Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? Good evening, everybody. Make sure we're good on Instagram, okay, and on Facebook. This is my first time going live or posting any content on my esoteric energy page, so um, we're gonna vibe out for a second with the intro, and I invite some people. We're gonna vibe out to my boy Dave Beyond TB. Check him out on Instagram and YouTube at Dave Beyond TT, where you go beyond the daily bullshit that your average consumer is consuming. Yo, okay, 1995 at 28, I rise, still alive, although I died many times. Many minds cannot compare or comprehend. This world is full of rules to bend. Voice to man, I learned the ropes and dodge the tropes. I'm riding slow and keep it low until I blow. I just chose a way to go. Who knows if this the right one? I get stressed, but I just like one. Boy, you gotta start somewhere. Waking up from the nightmares, I was fighting ghosts, there was no one there. Backstabbed, I was unaware. Bad habits probably put me here. I can see it now, it ain't out the blue. These days I gotta move better. See rain coming by the afternoon. Hitting myself like the pastor do. Riding away without going under. Was in hermit mode for a whole summer. Now I'm on the move. Yeah, bro. We can break down some tarot card pulls. Yeah, I can't stop, won't stop. Let the speakers knock. I prefer to do long-term lives. Time been moving fast. Must be having fun to see how long this lasts. Hey, yeah, I can't stop, won't stop. Let the speakers knock. Hey, kept my eye on the clock. Time been moving fast. Must be having fun to see how long it lasts. Yeah, I can't stop, won't stop. Let the speakers knock. Hey, kept my eye on the clock. Time been moving fast. Must be having fun. Let's see how long that lasts. Yeah. Yo, 6 in the morning, I get to busting me a pack down. Clock in the jail, they tryna get me with the pat down. Hold on, what the fuck am I doing? I should be out living my dreams. I can't be fooling with these fiends. Type of nigga to get it by any means. Nah, I mean, I ain't trying to get noticed. See, all I know is being me. You know I'm ready and focused. I got these goals I'm finna reach. Anytime I be speaking to people around me saying, preach God, I'm like, yes, Lord. I had to face the opposition, but a nigga pressed on. That's how you get stepped on. Looking at the set floor, now they can't compare. Mind always in the air. Sorry if I get a little distant. I ain't going nowhere, shorty. I be listening. Star body, I be floating around. Listen, got the vision with precision. I been hit it like a pretty imagination. Got me in rotation, make a billion. Yeah, I'm all about the pie like Sicilian. This is really in disguise. I'm an alien. Out of space, fuck the state I'm in. Had to build a home away from home. Who let the neighbors in? Fuck it, I ain't rushing, but I gotta pick the motion up. I ain't finna be anywhere saying I ain't did enough. Build a mind state, gold please for the family. That's the type of man I be moving towards my destiny. I'm on my way. Hey. There's now face to face with myself, bustin' left foot. So these energies, okay, it's Aquarius season. Aquarius season, you are associating, and we're bringing in Aquarius season with Pluto and the moon in the second decan of Gemini. So we're all about seeing the brighter or darker sides or being contradictory to our way of associating. It's still on the cusp. So associating our status, even though it's on the cusp, we got Mars exalted there. So we got Mercury coming. Is still in the early parts of Capricorn. We got Venus soon to going to Capricorn as well. So the Capricornian energy, that status is still there. It's more filtered through your passions and motivations and less about your
your day-to-day actions and things of that nature, and more to do with your passions and motivations and your deep desires for a status or deep desires to um, take power and control, or where you are restricted in your status and things of that nature. So we're gonna break down these life path ones. You're the innovators, you're the leaders, you're the generators, you're the closest to the that root chakra on the simplest form. They say sophistication is um you know sophistication is just, simplicity is just sophistication in its simplest form. And in its base form, that's where you learn from the ground up. That's where teachers are teaching you and are learning you. You're teaching and you're learning. You're being the leader and being more independent. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're learning the difference with fire, as far as the ego, as far as the status, as far as your individuality, as far as being direct, as far as being upfront, all these things. You got people that are kind of feeding into your ego and gassing you, so you make it feel like you're the leader of that group. But really, would you be still be the leader without that group? Like, are you codependent on that status? You know what I'm saying? Or are you independent? So let's, Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Sun, and Aquarius. And this is gonna be a sextile energy right here. So, what energies? Sun, Moon, Ascendant. Oh, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Aries. Do we got playing out here? Let's see. Life path one. Life path ones in general. Life path one, because the zodiac sign is your vessel, your spaceship. This is what your life path mission looks like. It's either the up or the downhill energies. So this is life path one in general, but via your sun, moon, and ascendant, all zodiac signs, because we are all internally all zodiac signs at once. So life path one energies fell right out at the bottom. Life path one felt it slipped right out at the bottom, went to the ground floor, to the ground level. Okay, so life path ones, Aries, Sun Moon Ascendants, Taurus Sun Moon Ascendants, Gemini Sun Moon Ascendants, so on and so forth. We have the Five of Cups. So your life path ones, you're looking at the spilled over cups. The Plutonian energy may have been, it's been the cardinal signs for the last 20 years. So almost so more so years. So this was power and control. This looking like path ones, y'all were in power and control. Y'all weren't doing terrible. This y'all weren't doing terrible this Pluto energy. And so you like path ones, like I said, even if you aren't a cardinal sign, you are independent. So that's just going into a fixed sign, and the sun is in detriment and associating with other people. You have other people backing and supporting you. So where you're looking at the cups and what you're missing out on, don't be over fixated on this. So Aries, don't focus so much on the spilled cups that you don't have. But Aries is a fire sign, a way of seeing the vision. So the fact that you're looking at paying attention with the North Node, Chiron here, you're paying too much attention to mistakes that you might make that are holding you back. Meanwhile, you got these other two cups here behind you, and you're draped in black because you're in the North Node, uncomfortable, unknown area, unknown spiritual systems. So this is accumulation of energies right here. So your back is facing the cups. So this is covering you up. So your imagination and your creativity is focusing on the cups that are there in your subconscious mind. But consciously outwardly expressing these things, you're looking at the cups that are empty. And Taurus is, you are fixated on the cups that are empty. You are fixated on the water, it's land, it's a bridge. So you may be fixated on this a square energy with the sun and the Aquarius. So where the water is flowing, it's in front of you, it's flowing in front of you. So don't let these collective waters pass you by because you are focused on a unstable situation. Because the Taurus is exalted in the moon. So you got Jupiter and Uranus and Taurus, and this sun is the squaring right now. So these two wisdom experiences and your unique individual character, right, is this situation going on right here. Life path ones in Taurus. You have the potential cups behind you. These cups are stable, but they're behind your back. They're in your subconscious. So scorpionic energy, but you don't see them. But the Aquarian energy is in the, you know what I'm saying, the sun, the Pluto, transformation, power, control is flowing right before you. So Aquarius pours out the cups and the water is flowing. So Taurus, you being a 90-degree angle, you need to learn how to, you all you see is turned over cups, but you don't see the water that's in front of you, the water that is coming out of the already plowed land and things of that nature. And so yeah, Gemini's, life path ones, you're initiating a new way to communicate, relate your ideas to moons in Gemini right now. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't be missing out on the opportunities behind your back because you are being carried away by spilled cups, or you might just be clumsy or just free spirited and just knocking over. You might be clumsily knocking over cups, or you might be clumsily by the water with your emotions, and you can see the marks in there. So this is rapid moving waters moving rapidly. Cancers, you know what I'm saying? Another cardinal sign, you're initiating a new way, but there's a new way um you're initiating new emotions and feelings, but you're looking at knocked over cups, you're looking at knocked over foundations, you're looking at Pluto and Capricorn, your opposing energy being toppled over. So don't get over obsessed as far as taking initiative and being codependent on the actual structures, because you got Mars exalted, you got Mercury, you got Venus about to go into Capricorn. So you might be over, this is my sun sign, you might be trying to over familiarize yourself and get comfortable, right? And sometimes your way of being comfortable might just say, hey, I'm uncomfortable, and then you're going, but your home is still on your back, or Capricorn energy. Like, you carry your home with you, but your home can be a status as well, more than just you being protected or being insecure or being vulnerable. Leos, life path ones, you know what I'm saying, your creativity, initiating your creativity, you wear your heart on your sleeve, so don't let your heart just slip off of your sleeve, right, and turn into this black subconscious mass that is blocked. Like, you're blocking yourself, you're turning your back, you're turning your subconscious, thinking that people aren't admiring that, but they are admiring that life path ones. They are admiring your courageousness, they are admiring you initiating, they are admiring you not being so fixed on your own way of expressing, but, you know what I'm saying, trining the north node, adding that fixed energy. I think my hands are kind of ashy, bro, because I was washing some dishes. I'll be right back, y'all. But yeah, Leos, you know what I'm saying, they can't, these hands being too ashy, for real, for real. Yeah, my Virgo ascendant Mars trying to go into every little detail. But this is the first reading of the tarot life path card reading, so bear with me, you guys. Overanalyze. But yeah, life path ones, Virgo. Don't be initiating that worry card. Like, you're in hermit mode, you're intrusive with yourself, and you've got Neptune and Saturn. So this is bringing the structure. You're standing on this land, and as opposed to looking at the cups and analyzing the cups, the crater that you can feel, you're looking at knocked over cups. Like, Virgo's life path one, you can initiate a way, you can go out your way to be let me step away so much from the astrology, but, you know, still dealing with the life path one, being a leader, right? You need to lead yourself out of these predicaments, not just let your Neptunian, it's a mutable square, your Neptunian, Saturnian, turning your back. Like this is a form of transparency. All this isn't terrible. This is a form of transparency and letting things go with the flow. But in letting things go with the flow, you're missing your own opportunities by relating insecurities. A lot of certain Virgos, you're relating insecurities, instableness, over critiquing how can you get these cups back up without looking at the other cups behind it. Um, Libras, life path one, you know what I'm saying? You're initiating a way to bring balance. So you're picking sides. So yeah, you want to bring balance, you make it a healthy balance and everything. You want to make it a healthy communication. This is water energy, this scorpionic energy anyway. So this is going internally, life path ones. Going back to the roots, life path ones, because this is the sun in Aquarius, it's associating itself. So you gotta associate yourself with the cup that's upright and not trying to look at how maybe the cups represent the cups that Aquarius already done poured out, and now they have left these cards behind. You know what I'm saying? Aquarius can transform and separate. So it's separating, Aquarius is separating from these cups, but you're still being a Libra, you're still trying to initiate a new way to be like, dang, look what Aquarius isn't upholding anymore. They're not upholding it for a reason. You are a balancer. You are utilizing both sides and balancing and things of that nature. Scorpios, you know what I'm saying? This Scorpio card focusing too much on your internal natures and taking too much power control or letting too much of your shadow self or your front. People are like, oh, this ain't Cancerian energy where it might be a shell. Nah, what you see is what you get. You really got your backs turned, Scorpios, to this cup right here. So Aquarius energy, they'll be so fixated on it's a sextile to Capricorn. So where this might be your status, yeah, but you still have these cups right here in front of what people are offering you. No one's trying to manipulate you. You just have to trust your associations and initiate and go about that cardinal energy, go about the depth, go about the exploring, go about going deep into that emotion. Yeah, Sagittarius, you are teaching, you are fluid, you are immutable still. So you're looking at, yeah, it's understandable to initiate a way to get a crowd to listen to you teaching. Initiate a crowd to get you to teach by looking at, hey, this is what happened because you didn't go to you use your intuition or your wisdom. This is what happened because the philosophical points and views of this time. You gotta look at the cup, Sagittarius. You gotta use that optimism. You got to use that optimism, Sagittarius. Life path ones initiating, just initiating a new vibe of not being distracted. Just even if you feel like you're distracting yourself from a distraction, it's okay. You are alone. You have to do something, life path ones. Even if you're distracting yourself from something that you think, hey, that's strange, Aquarius, unfamiliar, a strange technology, it might separate you from the people that you are codependent from, that you're trying to be the leader of the group of, like Scar. Them hyenas ain't fucking with you, Scar. Capricorns. I hoping that we're doing well on time. You know what I'm saying? Capricorns. Your Mars, the example, Pluto is leaving you. So this ain't terrible. Initiate a new way to look at the cups that don't have the emotions and the cups that are empty and knocked over and there's no water on the dirt or on the dust, right? You got the cups behind you that are still empty. You might be initiating a way that is still lacking in empathy. What's up, baby?
I went to bed. I'm really tired.
Okay.
I don't want Linux to be by himself. So I guess I'll just go lay down on the couch. I use your AirPods.
Yeah. A way that's still lacking in empathy. I have not seen that. They may be on the shelf in the bedroom, by the lamp. But yeah, by the way, that is lacking in empathy. Aquarius is your sun. You're initiating life path ones. You're initiating this energy. You're initiating spilling your cups whereas Pluto conjoins, you know what I'm saying? This is powerful, powerful, taking power control on what you're presenting and paying attention to. You ever look at the sun and be like, who tells the sun? The sun just pops up and just does what it does. Just pay attention to what I say. And you got Pluto here from the underworld. That's like, you still have a shadow, sir. You still have a shadow cloak over you, sir. You got these cups over here that you have not initiated into the collective, sir. So pay attention to that. I jumped from Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Pisces, delusion. That's all I gotta say. Initiating a way to morph, initiate a way to morph that delusion, Aquarius, into. I haven't been saying much about Aquarius, like as far as the aspects, as far as in conjunctions, opposing energies, but we're on the spiritual, esoteric, blending these energies. We get to Pisces for me to start talking about how we're blending these energies and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we get to Pisces when we start doing that time, and you're initiating, you're being on your own with a delusion, like you didn't incorporate people and take pieces from people and adapt, your intuitive gifts. You didn't adapt different personalities from different people, places, and things for your gift, for your intuition. So you're really just out and about on your own, but step out into reality with Aquarius, which is your rubbing neighbors, your next door neighbor. So take a look at the past, right? But you're making this look like, oh, it's the future potentially, maybe. But you're spilling all these cups, like, oh, maybe my fish has escaped into the river. My fish escaped into the river. My fish escaped into the river. But yeah, for real, Pisces. So that's the delusion. So life path ones, Pisces, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that you are being independent in the delusion, yeah, but not too far. Make sure you're being independent to a dream and imagination, and you're bringing it back to the people that have an empty cup that are waiting for you to splash your water of emotions into this. I don't know how many minutes that was, because 3 9, so it's probably like 9 minutes or so. So let's do life path twos, Aries to Pisces, you know what I'm saying? Life path twos. Sun Aquarius, receptive energy, receiving, feminine, intuitive, receiving, considering. So 2 cards came out for the twos, but it could only be one. It could only be one. Life path twos. Astrologies were all of the zodiac signs in one. Life path twos. Life path twos, reverse king of swords. Life path twos. We got some deception. We got some sharp sword, sharp tongue, sharp power controlling, sharp, real sharp windbreaker winds going on here. Life path twos. Aries, life path to sun, moon, and ascendants in the sun. Aquarius, you got some power. I just don't even know what to say, because you're being taken advantage of, therefore you're reacting in the way, because you're the one. Shout out to the Usos and the bloodline. Well, you're the ones, but this two right here, you're receiving this energy with taking actions towards expressing a new way to see things. So you might be, shout out to the Iman journey. That's the first comment I've seen on the live on the StreamYard on my YouTube, for real. But yeah, we got the tools. You got the sharp manipulative power struggle. I'm Aquarius moon, and my Lilith is in Gemini. So being sharp with the tongue, being sharp with the word. Hey, don't be too sharp. Like I said, though, it's like that too. So you're receptive, you're kind, you're caring, compassionate, intuitive, And like when that water clashes with that air, it produces a double-edged sword. That's where you say something, and all the things that deal with your anatomy, your spaceship, your avatar, your body as a whole, your blood. I don't want to say blood cells because there's no confinement within our molecules. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual, you there's not no cell, but skin. You gotta hydrate your organs. You gotta hydrate. So, like, you got your body language, vibration, timing. Thanks for sharing your gift, yo. We got this Pluto and Aquarius. Pluto and Aquarius conjoining my moon, conjoining the sun, like just a taste until May, till it slips back into Capricorn. And all that Pluto is coming out in the fifth house, girl. So you already know. Like you know what I'm saying? Stains and what stains. But hey, look, I'm making it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad it's always perfect timing. Time ain't linear, it's around. But yeah, perfect timing because um molecule, your tone, all this is like way more vibratory communication, subconscious cues, hints, mechanisms is water, and it's way more than like we're aware of. So that, in conjoining with the frequency that is just fast, like can go on forever, back to supported by the wave, it can add extra emphasis to the sharpening of our words. So, like by two Aries, you know what I'm saying? Whether you're receiving someone that is sharp with their words, or you're reacting to someone with the words, or you're receiving and being critical of yourself while you're trailblazing, and this is where it might come across that Chiron energy, you don't stay wounded for long. You just ignore these energies, so you're going to get your life path of receiving. If you're ignoring, you're actively receiving the energy of no thing. So potentially, that's crazy. Like when I get to going on the train of thought, I guess start kind of getting like blurry, and I like my eyes just like you have contacts in, they get dry. Like that happens to me midstream sometimes if I start to tap in. But yeah, we got Chiron and those wounds right there. So that's going on. King of Sword, that's the Libra energy too. So we just jumped from life path ones dealing with the fixed scorpionic energies, but paying attention to something and missing out on another thing. Now here you got the King of Swords, where it's reversed. Too like I said, Libra, too much lying, too much was it Dolo say cheating cheetahs, Libra zebras, jeepers creepers, cheaper creepers, Libra zebras. But yeah, so moving on to Taurus. Fixated on your own. uh I got pause this. I got enough of the live feed on my phone so I can post the beginning. But you know what I'm saying, that's a gift. That shout out to Peace Dealer. He asked me about the clairvoyance and the I'm clear what's that thing where you can see people, you can see where products are, where how people leave a mess, and you can see their step by step. I can see that consciously. But yeah, Tauruses. This is in conjunction sign in air. So you're dealing with the in conjunction sign and the square with Jupiter and things of that nature. So just apply everything that I previously said, but filter it through the tarot card and the life path number 2. You're receiving energy or receiving um all this is crazy. Life path 2 is y'all just receiving criticism or giving criticism. One, like, so basically, Tauruses, just do not project what you're receiving about your status, because some people are gonna be hating. Some people are gonna be looking at their associations and what they're paying attention to and seeing that there's nothing there and going to take power control over it because Pluto's whooping their ass, and then they got to May to retrograde season and they got to deal with Capricorn and the cardinal energies all over again. So you might be receiving this criticism, or you might be like, at the same time, don't tell people no lies, for real, for real. because this is life path too. So you're giving advice, you're considering others, you're being right there with others, you're considering others and being right there with others and things of that nature. So don't give any false advice on on manifesting. Don't tell someone to go don't convince someone to go binge shopping and things of that nature just to make themselves feel better. Don't tell someone to I don't know, freaking what's it called when you go look at the houses and things of that nature. You know, I know what it is, but like on the housing market, convince someone to go invest in all these different houses to make themselves feel better, and like that kind of sharp talk. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Mars is exalted, Mercury is in Capricorn, so that direct communication, life path too. You might talk someone's head up, and then they go crash out, but it's like in something that they're desiring, and yeah. So we have we're gonna crunch through these life path three. I mean, not life path threes, life path twos. Um, in Gemini, you're receiving criticism, and I know you might be in sharp with words. Don't be sharp with words because you don't lean too much far into the dark side of the things that you are seeing, being swept away with your emotions. With the sun in Aquarius, this is a trine, so you have this gift. And the gift can also become a curse. A gift can also be wrapped with something from the present that triggers you before you even open the gift. So you're just carrying around this gift, looking at the packages, and people are seeing like, oh, there's a gift there, something that can be used, but you're not using it. Cancers, utilizing your words. This is a in conjunction, so don't misunderstand sharp criticisms or words or sharp. So don't use too many sharp words or using your words to manipulate them. Whether you have any air placements or qualities, sun, moon, and ascendants. I gotta make sure I'm emphasizing that, or what you're receiving, and things of that nature. Leos, you know what I'm saying? Being fixed on the emotions of being fixated on your and others emotions as far as expressing and associates and dealing with people. So dealing with people, you're still going to be utilizing the water element, and it's on the opposing side of this energy right here and things of that nature. So I'll start speeding through because my son's got to take a shower real quick. I would love to stay on with y'all for more, but like yeah, Leos, you know what I'm saying? This is a sextile. So you might be taking the opportunities to express yourself in your creativity, but the sun is still in the opposite force, still in your opposite position. So it's gonna be it's debilitated at this time. So don't be trying to force your words and where they land on false ears as far as relating and considering and utilizing that empathy and intuitiveness, right? So Virgos, uh, over criticizing. This is your next door neighbor Libra, over criticizing, utilizing your words, utilizing the things that you're receiving, the knowledge that you're receiving from life path tools, you know what I'm saying, reacting and responding, and the sense from your personal experiences that you are attracting. Confusion, also this confusion, delay of communication, delay of receiving messages, delays in that portion in that field. Um, I might have to make a part two, but anyways, we're gonna push through. Uh, Virgos, Libras, cheating cheetahs, Libras, zebras. Don't get lost in being over criticized for taking one side. Pick up your swords and understand and pick up both sides like tattoos, and don't utilize, you know what I'm saying, being sharp with your words, being untactful, manipulating others with sharp words. And Scorpios, you know what I'm saying? You hold in, you receive, but you have to express, you have to relate to others, you have to relate this energy, you have to go out and consider others and take part of these energies. If not, it's going to boil over and you're going to be trapped in stinging yourself or stinging someone else. And then that in turn, you receive the wrong message or wrong manipulation, and therefore you're stuck with your own venom. Sagittarius is you're communicating and teaching others. Don't be teaching others the wrong messages. And don't be careful with the energy that you're receiving, the messages that you're receiving, the wisdoms your experiences. Your wisdoms aren't everyone's experiences. And don't talk a good game or gossip about other people's business. Don't steal anyone else's wisdom that you have received and that you are being deliberate with. It's like past 7. I just wanted to look at these papers real quick. Sagittarius and Capricorn. Mercury and Capricorn, being direct with your words. Like, we understand and appreciate that you are giving the best advice to build or talk about a status or meet someone where they're at, meet someone where their status is. They may be wanting to build at this moment with Mars here. But meet them where they're at. Yeah, meet them where they're at. Life I told this compassionate, and you might be underconfident about your status. So be confident and stand tall in your status. Aquariuses. This the card. Aquariuses for life path 2s. Sun, moon, ascendants. You're uniquely relating through a distant situation to achieve different outlooks. So don't separate yourself too far that you can't relate, that you're using words from another dimension that utilize different vibratory tones. So you come down here and cut someone's water sharp. You're pouring the water. You're not the sword with the water, especially reverse. You're not doing that. You're not over so far alienated that you're on the other side of the lens, looking lost in the sauce as far as communicating and what you said and how you said it. Pisces, balancing others' imaginations through your environment or reality. So you're balancing others, and don't just talk of your delusion and get them lost. And don't just talk of your delusion and combat them because their delusion is not their delusion to your face. Life path 3s, sun, moon, and ascendants. You know what I'm saying? All those energies, the life path energies, is put in place of your how you're taking action or how you're receiving life path 2s and your personal experiences. So life path 3s. All zodiac signs. Sun, moon, and ascendants. We're learning that as we're going. That's why it seems like it's speeding up. We're learning as we're going. Learning through this process that I want to get through. Learning on the job. Life path 3s. Sun, Aquarius. Looking at your associates and associations and distant knowledge and far travels, going in and going out. Life path 3, the environment, being encapsulated, being very gifted. Okay, we have the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Some of these I'll be utilizing the book for. Some of these I don't. Earlier, I had the book over here. Life path 10s. This deals, I know life path 10s, this deals with status, 10 of Pentacles, Earth, Capricorn, upright permanence, legacy, ambition, family values, ancestors, honors. Consider the long-term impact of your actions, professionally, creatively, and personally. What do you want your legacy to be? What are your values, and how do you bring them into the world? Upright, she has built this little home. She feels content and safe, knowing that her hard work, sacrifice, the walls are sturdy and will last for generations. Resources enough focus on supporting her family. She wishes her child never to go. So we are grounding our support. We are grounding our support in our status. Shout out to Life Path 3s. Y'all have achieved your status and rapport that you were seeking out. Life Path 3s. Within, like I threw, this is your environment, this is your gift, this is your talent, this is your mundanity of the world, of your environment, of your home, of your community. Because one small community, several communities build up into a status that expands. Because a lot of the times you realize in the small town communities, your community and your town will speak up for you in this kind of energy. So life path threes, Aries, your creative charisma and leadership is opening the doors of communication, of independent arts, or leading new environments, or encapsulating this energy. So with the sun in Aquarius, this is how this is playing out amongst your associates. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, you're taking actions on your creative charisma, and your leadership is opening the communication that you're receiving. You're receiving this energy, and so this is allowing you to project into the gift. Like you're receiving abundance of status, of notoriety. Like past threes, y'all doing this real good, because this is going to be an androgynous number. So on the masculine and on the feminine. So Aquarius is the masculine and the water is the feminine. So this is the seven, the life past seven, and separated into the cosmos, the higher lifted versions of this. So you are initiating new way with your statuses and things of that nature, and using your leadership and your charisma, your creative endeavors on your new path. And your this Chiron, this wound, is what is helping you heal, because this Chiron, this wound is on the spiritual space, so 12th house energy, but it's also primal, and you deal with wounds and roots and powering through things. Tauruses, life path twos, life path three, sorry. You're this is creating, you're creative with your material, enhancing something to your own artistic ability that secures your options, expresses your traits of security. So, boom, like we just said here, life path three is towards someone in the sense you're taking action with your materials and enhancing it and allowing it to look beautiful and material, like this in conjunction of the Libra energy, and this is Capricorn energy. So this is a trine, and life path threes are all about grounding and creative gifts, and because it's the talents utilizing of this world and your own abilities and your successes and your options. And life path threes and Geminis, you're creatively entertaining with your off the wall ideas of perfection. Um, and the sun's to Aquarius and go back to Taurus, you know what I'm saying? This is squaring, but the square, you are utilizing the Jupiter, experiencing, expanding, and going out and traveling, being optimistic as far as in your environment. We got to rewind. Now, moving back forward, pushing back forward. Geminis, sun, moon, and ascendants, you know what I'm saying? You're reacting and responding to your needs and your emotional needs as far as entertaining your tail off the walls ideas, and expanding. And with this trying to your associations, you'll be running to some wonky associations that deal with your status, that deal with your upstanding, that deal with you want to long stand something. So you want to ground this energy, you want to separate from this childlike immaturity and mature into your fixed collective networking associative abilities. Cancers, sun, moon, ascendant, taking actions, reacting, responding. Life path threes. This is a gift to uplift via your moods, uplift people via your moods, or feeling comfortable expressing themselves towards you with their status, with what they have, with their legacies and longevity, because this is the mothering energy. So this in conjunction, you might be having a misunderstanding with your status and things of that nature, but this is, you're going to prevail through that with your gifts and your talents, life path threes, by gathering, cultivating a home, or just being a safe space, like a moth to light, attracting these people in which they get close to you, or they feel comfortable with your creativity, then they feel comfortable expressing themselves to you. And that's how you initiate that vibe. And so it's like the vibe goes out and it pulls back. Leos, you're expressing your talents and your gifts, you're having creative discipline, because three dealing with the discipline and the triangle and the life, death, and giving things. As far as your bright light, your status and your reputation and reputability, it might be opposing because of your associations, but due to your life path three, that's the spirit. This is not attached, but you are using these things as tools, so you are able to use opposite tool for a mechanism as far as your gifts and talents. Aquarius is, not Aquarius is, Virgos, you're communicating and creating your creative problem solving about your worries as far as your status, your legacies, and the legacies that you're leaving for your children and others by relating. And this is Virgo is the is what is it to Aquarius is like a in conjunction. Yes, it's that in conjunction. So you are as well are utilizing a misunderstanding, a misalignment to align yourself. If you're misunderstanding something, then you just missed it by this simple point. But once you see where you're missed, or you aim with your high ass expectations, then you are able to land back. Oh, you guys can hear me. Hold on. I'm tripping. Then you guys can. Now we just got in the pilot seat. So you guys can understand and do this. Um, I got. I'm going to move this. We're going to move locations because my son's awake. I can sit with him if you want to go to bed. Emma, I'm just bringing the laptop in here, so I can sit with him if you want to go to bed. It's not inconvenience. I mean, can you give me like 30 minutes? Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I was coming in here. I was like, oh, I want to be there. So, family first, y'all. Family first, y'all. Hold on. Okay. Back. So we're on Virgos. Now Libras, expressing creativity of speech via your polarized options and where you stand as far as your status, and you want to bring balance to your status. You're trying to record, you want to be balanced to your associations with your status, balance to associations in your network as far as who you're networking and rubbing shoulders with. You still want to have peace with others and yourself, and you want to prolong. So just this is a good card. Just don't remain too far attached, like path threes and your sun moon, how you're responding to what you have or how you're taking action via your intuition. Your personal experience on your home is going to reflect this too. Scorpios, you're creative with intent, your emotions. You address Scorpios. You can almost stack via um, via your how they be there and you actually to back up on yourself and others as far as how that's going to go and teachings on your way express wisdoms and the good bad and talents that are developed of your your generating these energies as far as teach us that what means and express that you go to these things to relate these things in a practical manner. Such as you can Venus as when it's going about to go into Capricorn and those energies right there. So Capricorn, you know what I'm saying? You are expressing creative boundaries that set the foundations, you know what I'm saying? Appreciating materials, creative um, boundaries that set the foundations for your associations to be established, for your ways to be looked at, for your ways to be seen. Aquarius, is you're expressing your appreciation for humankind and humanity's creative gifts and talents. And remember, it's like path threes, so it's very creative, it's very original, it's very organic, it's very something that you are like a gift, but you are working on it, you're improving it, you're honing it, you're reattaching to this life path experience, what you're here to learn, how you're here to enhance these life path gifts with this 10 energy. And Pisces, your creative gifts and talents of communicating your screenplays, paintings on the walls of the environment, as far as the paintings on the wall of your status, paintings on the wall of your creativity, paintings on the walls, art, on relativity of your associations that you're leaving. This your next door neighbor, Aquarius, is Aquarian energy. And life path 1 through 3, y'all. Did I put that card back in here? Yeah. Cleanse it. Life path 4s, life path 4s. Where are y'all at? Oh, where y'all at this Aquarius season? Where y'all building up on? Where y'all being structured on? What risk do y'all need to take and get out your own bubble through the astrological signs? Life path 4s, Aquarius is, you gotta think outside your box. I'm looking over here. Scattered, life path 4, scattered. Y'all want to come outside and play with this spiritual knowledge. You probably working on some business somewhere, doing some homework on this Sunday, setting your attention to business with Pluto going to Aquarius, looking at your associates like that force. Scattered. Like that force. Life path 4s, Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant. Tradition, morals, conservative, responsible, dependable. So your old school morals for discipline, leadership. You're expressing new ways. So you are on a pause. You are hanging out. You need a new, unique view, and that's what you get with the Sun Aquarius. With the sextile to y'all Aquariuses, sextile to y'all Aries and no wombs. You're taking the time out, going about your own way, seeing things from this perspective. Your business is getting turned upside down with Pluto and Aquarius. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant. You're business minded for assets that benefit your moral compass and integrity with values, and you're upside down reanalyzing your values before Uranus goes direct for your unique individual character for your experiences that you've been expanding upon and what you place value upon. Life path forward, your business. And for, Aquarius is getting a unique perspective. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant. You're compassionate. You're using the Gemini vessel in order to obtain more information and innovative and complete and compare the integrity of mind states as far as business. You're getting a new perspective look with the Aquarius energy here on how to relate your ideas and moon in your emotions. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, like path force. You are spiritual mothers of surface level and structured things of settling the home and energy vibes that washed over, and you're managing deep and morals via caring about business and doing things the right way. You're being reversed and getting a new perspective. The universe is showing you you're stepping outside your bubble. It's utilizing you as a moral, whether you feel like you're tied up or not. You're actually as above, so below. The things are in reverse in the esoteric realm. You think you're tied up in your business and your work. So actually, this is the thing for you to do. Where you see everyone expanding, you are actually feeling the call, and you're like, and this you feel tied up. You're snuggling, but it's in your mind. You're taking your esoteric time out and your patience. Leo's life path forward, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, taking actions and responding or teaching how to express yourself, your love, resonating or receiving expression from others with your Ascendant to accumulate and expressing business matters, expressing, I was about to say unique like Aquarius, but you're still expressing and being on the center stage for your business, for your box, thinking outside the box, or being tied up in your opposing energy and seeing these things. Virgo, life path force, you're being honorable and advising that which is healthy with organizing and building yourself up with what you have as far as the time and the patience and seeing things reverse and being super inverted like Scorpio, that sextile energy, doing super detective work while you're smiling, you're glowing. It looks like you're doing nothing, but you're actually in the meditative, extreme meditative state with this misunderstanding. Aquarius is Libra. You're building balance and teaching the polarities and how they expect each other from within and so without, as you're expecting within and without, as above, so below, facing up and facing down, life path force energies and Libras. This trying to your associations that bring a balance. And now it's funny because you're off balance, life path force, and you're playing this out through a Libra sun sign or moon sign or an ascendant sign, which is very interesting key. Uh, Scorpios, you know what I'm saying? You're boxing out your intent to present the sides or building or your limitations and to an intense emotions. You're being flexible. And this is where you're learning to bend the corners, to be upside down, to not sting yourself, because normally now you can see where your stingers are at on the top. Yeah, you can see where your stingers are at above your head rather than um, below. Um, Sagittarius is you're anchoring your experiences, bringing out the sides of experience and all the teachings where you're upside down and you're experiencing the other side. You thought there was ways for you to learn, but you're really expanding on these things to learn while you're being tied up. And you don't like to be tied up. You like to be free. So you're tied up in your own web at this point, your own teachings of business, finance, rationality. You tied your own lane up. Capricorns, you're boxing the sides of status and reputation and stableness of initiating a format about people, sun, moon, ascendants, life path force with your associations next door for things to be upheld when really you're being upheld upside down. Aquarius is thinking outside of the box and spiritual structure for compartmentalizing your people, your business, your way of thinking, of being outside of the box, being esoteric pause moment, being an esoteric standstill, having esoteric patience and growing your patience. Um, Pisces, you're building a standing place to teach in your creative or your delusions and help people become more comfortable in or outside of their own skins, whether in or outside of their facades. Life path force, some moon is what you're expressing are receiving. And this is that. Thank you. And right here for us. Life path fives. All zodiac signs, sun, moon, and ascendants. I can't see your comment. Shout out, Iman. Did you comment from YouTube or did you commented from YouTube? Not necessarily from Instagram. I don't want to click on Instagram and really see. I'm sure I would be able to see it if I could. So let me go on my phone and see if I can see any of you guys' comments on IG. I'll do this life path 6. I'm live. In the words of Solar, I'm live. Okay, Instagram is disconnected. Okay. I was gonna say we're still live on YouTube and Facebook. Still live on Facebook and YouTube. It's not on IG anymore. But anywho, we'll keep pushing. Life path 5. Also the signs. Sun, Aquarius, your associations being unique and rebelling, opposing against certain statuses or things like that, because still on the cusp. What y'all opposing about y'all gifts? Y'all want to be free? Y'all want to be emotionally free? Y'all want to be emotionally bogged or tied down? Your emotions accumulate and create the energy that we are participating in. How y'all want to separate and just be free like that? I don't know, or like that. Oh, we got him. Nope, didn't get him. Are y'all scattered too? Oh, well, we didn't have to do much for that. Knight of Cups. Life path 5s. Knight of Cups. Reverse. Delays in your emotion. Delays in taking charge. You are being patient. You are being patient with your emotions. Your emotions are calling you to have a standstill. Your emotions might be hesitant to push forward with an emotion that you are going forward with. Let's get further context. Vain, narcissistic, brooding, melodramatic. Vain, narcissistic, melodramatic, narcissist. What y'all doing? Life path 5s? What y'all doing? We don't have that much water. We got the moon about to go into Cancer, but what y'all doing? Life path 5s? What y'all need to? Yeah, spirit talking right now. You need to learn from life path 2s. That's what y'all need to learn from. So, you are negating. You're negating. You're negating. Okay, freedom, sensual, pleasure, abundance, energy, stable. You're delving too much into your desires. So, your negative authority, free thinking leader. You're bouncing around from different places, packs and emotion. You need to slow down because you're being a narcissist, not taking responsibilities for your actions and the visions that you're projecting for others to see via your own moons and chirons. Aries, sun, moon, and ascendants. Tauruses, you're free to overindulge in your own lane, learning by restriction to balance or bounce off of your own stableness and moving around from your home, bouncing off your securities. Jupiter expanding in Taurus, being on some Zeus shit. Thinking you can have everything, having your cake and eat it too, based off of your own character, and revolting because the sun's in Aquarius. Back you Aries, because the sun's in Aquarius, you taking the opportunity to separate from these things and be a narcissist and be vain with your emotions, to be detached. Aries, you can't paint no picture with that. You can't paint no moving water with that. Only air and dry, a dry ass image. Um, Same for you, Taurus. Being freedom and bouncing around, learn from a life path two again. This is a square sign. You definitely need to learn how to separate from your emotions or what you have, and utilize your associations and make some stable security. And since that is some stuff that you can attain, you want to move around, use that to move around for real. Sun, moon, and ascendants in Taurus, reacting, responding. Moon, your moon's exalted here, so you definitely could be going that. Don't be vain and nostalgic with this Sun Aquarius right now. Gemini, you're multi-talented. Your ideas, you're bouncing ideas and pleasing others with your concepts. But don't be vain. Don't be nostalgic. Don't be all that other stuff. A narcissist and unstable. And you're being held back because it's reversed. You're being held back because the Knight of Cups reversed. You're being a narcissist, you're trying to wipe people away, and you're getting carried away with your emotions and being so dry and being like childish. That's how narcissism energy comes about, being childish. Like, let's go back and get some more. Let's go back and get some. Go back and get some more clarification. Melodramatic or insecure. Don't take things so emotionally, and don't run from conflict for real. In Cancer, expanding the home and gaining wisdom on how to share this place with others. Cancers, especially with the Sun in Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? Misunderstanding that bouncing around from home to home doesn't mean like make every association your home. So where you think you can just come in and go into the fridge and be insecure and take everything personal to heart and go against it, be narcissistic. No one's attacking your home. This is your home away from home. This is like vacation. This is like work trips and things of that nature. So life path 5, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendants. Um, life path 5. Life path 5, Leos. Expanding your self love of your sensuality and anchoring your intimacy. Don't be esoteric narc with your way of expressing, your way of feeling, and things of that nature. Um, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, abundance of advice to learn from or shame. Like Life Path 5, don't be esoteric narc with giving unsolicited advice or giving advice that you think is okay, because you're just going to drop the gym and dispatch and depart and go have freedom and go indulge in, because you cast it off your insecurities of your associations on someone else. You know what I'm saying? That of that in conjunction. Um, Life path Libras. You know what I'm saying? Excuses to be free or balancing the versatility of balance in different versatile ways, and you need to do this with this trine. That's the gift of that trine right here. But don't we already had a reverse King of Swords, cardinal energy. Now we got a reverse Knight of Cups, fixed energy. Don't be too fixed. Don't be too much leaning into, wow, this association is gonna make me feel this way. You are the cardinal sign. You are initiating the balance. This is your Sun, Moon, Ascendant personal sign. Scorpio, freedom of controlling and adapting and learning to structure to stand on intent, or being insecure or being vain or being in your own shell or stinging yourself with your emotions. Like path 5, what you're learning from the Aquarius energy of square also as well. Sagittarius, freedom into travels and open levels of teachers, becoming students. Learn, be aware of that. Don't be a teacher narc. Don't be an egotistical narc. Don't be thinking you know too much for your own good this year. This is associations. This is the opportunity. So don't take that opportunity and dwell into separating and be on the island all by yourself, talking to yourself, talking to a mirror. And Capricorn, freedom via building your own status or higher universal law. Don't be a narc in that way, in that standpoint. Where it's gonna be something that you're trying to uphold. When Pluto gets there, you're gonna be trying to transform, take power control over this energy. Um, Aquarius, freeing energy into abound abundance and to attract others into this energy, right? Thanks to that nature. As far as saying moving forward in vain emotions or insecurities or a narcissism, not utilizing your emotions, not utilizing the water in the right way, just pushing forward because Plutonian is joining you there in the early degrees in the first decan, still on the cusp of that Capricorn. So you're thinking you're nowhere off in the Capricorn energy, but you're still a babe in this new Aquarius like style energy. Um, or it's Aquarius and then Pisces. Um, freedom with relating a collective dream or imagination or a delusion, but being an arc about it, or being an arc about, hey, this is my big bro Aquarius right here. We're in the death realm. Like, don't be super evil. Don't be trying to take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? So life path 6 is oh life path 6. What kind of energy? This star power. This is the home. This is loving, nurturing, personality, caring. This is that Venetian energy. Wow, what I just said, Venetian energy. Wow. 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 of wands. This deals with work, not being overworked. Aware of. This is reaping what you sow. Let's get back to the clips. There we go. 6 of wands, success. Take a stand, challenge, 3 train. No rewards right now. Life path 6. You aren't getting any recognition for you've been taking care of these things because people are separating from these things during this time. So you have to utilize your own way of caring and step into your independence role of Aquarius and sextile its energies, and just be aware that during this period of time it's going to be a death month. You can't take care of everyone. If it's going to take care of yourself, you just got to initiate and be the leader that you are, the independent path that uh caring or self position and things of that nature, Taurus. You know what I'm saying? This is you not being successful, meeting some failure, but you're going to push through and stand firm. As far as your experiences, as far as your teaching and Ranus individuality, although you fall on your face, you can stand up again. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, servicing and carrying info to the ideas perfectionist to catch speech and things of that nature. um yeah, speech and speaking, right? So relating different ideas of thinking about how you caring or how you accept criticism or failure, or you take it on the face or you take it on the chin, as far as just a thought, a concept, and relating how to stand up associating, because it's about rebellion. So how you going to rebel and fight against this failure, or what you going to learn from this failure? Cancer, someone send it, you know what I'm saying? You're taking initiative to care and misunderstanding that your associations are the things that you're learning from that you're failing to trying to initiate your home into, or you can rebel against that, or you can learn from that. Leo, life path 6, you know what I'm saying? Your expression might be failed. Your expression might be something that's going through a fight against this Aquarius Sun Moon energy on the stage, falling through or being embarrassed. Don't be too embarrassed too much or to stay down there too long. Virgo, your services to others and your love services to others. Others might not be accepting of that or receiving that love. You might fail in that love. You might have to go internal and perform and practice that self love, that self advice, so that you can give that self love back to others. Um, Libra, balance, fairness, or personality of caring and being a perfectionist or law enforcement, or failing to meet that perfection, or being overly self-critical. That's life path 6. Um, Virgo, no Scorpio, expressing or receiving, generosity for your love for failing to meet a love or expectation that you set for yourself. Or maybe you lost your handle and you stung somebody with your anger. Sun moon ascendants and Scorpio, Sagittarius, sun moon ascendants, caring about experiencing or teaching others, or being overly self-critical about your way of teaching and expressing these teachings to others. Capricorn, you know what I'm saying? You care about the perfectionism throughout your status or your reputation or how you can use or be used, and that does not align with love. You're failing. And so, what if you fail against caring? Because the Sun's Aquarius, your associations, you're utilizing some love, some form of care, some form of Cancerian energy. As the moon is about to proceed into Cancer, so be mindful of that. Aquarius, associating with nurturing humanitarian energies. Pluto here, normally you're still in the early degrees of decan, so you might use some carrying energy with the waters, but you might fail and splash somewhere all over the place. Piscean, you are mothering a womb for an imagination, a womb for people to stay in, a womb for people to come and take a seat, and a womb for people to come take a seat in, and things of that nature. Life path number 7. Life path number 7. Type of energy we got for separating or being unique. Hey, that flew out hard. Death, reverse death. So you might be running from a death or a transformation. You running. The caves. You might be clinging to the path or resisting death or change. Life path 7s. But why would you be doing that? Or did you get attached to something, life path 7s? Because it ain't like you to run from death. You are separating. You are from higher wisdom. You gain higher wisdom. Maybe you got used to this higher wisdom of Pluto and Capricorn, that Saturnian energy that helped you restrict. But now you kind of have to associate. You kind of have to de-escalate your balloon head and come on down here. You know what I'm saying? You're leading through examples and examining yourself through this overview of this area, and therefore you're resisting that change. You're fighting that change. It requires energies. Don't fight that change. Lean into that uncomfortability, or utilize that rebellion energies in Chiron and North Node to go into your uncomfortable path, or resist something like Libra. But don't be resisting that change. Life path 7s and Taurus, you're resisting the change to your abundance, to your status, or your way of manifesting. You're receiving new ways. With Uranus is going to be going direct soon, so your individual character that is separate is going to be pushing forward and transforming things for you. So don't resist that. Gemini, you are your higher learner, a high active psychic. Your intuitive abilities are tapping into, not just being all fun and bubbly and loving with its natures. Cancers, you are analyzing within your higher communication of the vibes, of the higher vibes, of the things that you're separating from, that might have a water gun that you squirt people with, that initiates that vibe. Leo, sun moon ascendants, life path 7s, you might be expressing your aura or your talents from a point of view where it's bright and you're expressing this, but you're resisting this change to come down and associate yourself. So associate yourself even if it's the opposition. Virgos, you are separating your cosmic advice or separating from your cosmic service to others, or resisting the change for your cosmic advice to others, so you can learn more within yourself. But you have to participate. You have to go through that misunderstanding to understand these things. Libra, you are separating and measuring the higher conscious collective, but that's Pisces' job. You can't resist the change of crashing out. You know what I'm saying? One side is too strong and it spills over. Like, you got to keep investing to see if that's actually what it's going to do or not. Don't prejudge. Scorpios, you're spiritually analyzing and your moves in your generosity within themselves and things of that nature, as far as separating your spiritual gifts or analyzing your associations at this time. So you might be resisting or fighting that change, or things might be decaying in front of your face and you smell them, but you guys aren't wanting to let go. Sagittarius, analyzing and experiencing the death and transformation, or being reserved with your teachings, being into inverted with your teachers to make it a perfect grading curriculum scale. Capricorns, you might be shackled up in the knowledge and in your own blueprints of what the collective status is with your collective galaxy of the people, but you're resisting this death and this change that is coming right before you. Aquarius is you're resisting your own change with Pluto coming, and Pluto's going to transform it for you. And Pisces, you're resisting reality or your own, putting the death to your own illusion or the fact of death in the fairy tale. It's okay. That's how you get the best Marvel comics and all these other things where you think they're doing taking part or participating in. Life path 8s. Life path 8s. A little scattered. This is my life path number. Leadership, accumulating wealth, abundance, taking power, control, being militant minded, balancing your discipline, not going overboard, not being abusive, or utilizing power dynamics to your authority. Magician, life path 8. You are alchemizing your balance of expressing your own unique way of having abundance or taking power control of abundance. I was just saying that because of Aquarius energy. So Aries, you're going to use the sextile energy of Aquarius and use the alchemizing energy. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, you're utilizing your patience and your determined way to secure materialism by utilizing the alchemy and outside energies and seeing what elements are going together, what elements don't. You're experimenting during this time. Life path 8 with your powers, with your status, with your restriction, with your discipline. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, being hyper initiative and hyper to successful, though misunderstanding of ideas. This is a trying. This is the gift that you are carrying on. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, you're being idealistic with home, abundance, and being vulnerable with your discipline, with your structure, and achieving power and wealth. As far as utilizing alchemy, utilizing all the elements, utilizing those two wounds that are coming together. Leos, you're creatively expressing your intentions with ambition as far as your talents and your gifts, and utilizing different gifts outside of those and bringing those things together. Life path 8 with the Aquarius energy of the opposition. Virgo, this is in conjunction, but you're balancing your service with self-care and building services with other forms of self-care, other forms of service, other forms of abundance, other forms of communications. In Sagittarius, you're balancing your experiences and inexperiences with implementing ambition through your stats, through your discipline, and things of that nature. With this Aquarius sextile, taking that opportunity and utilizing that mutable fire, the mutable alchemy, that mutable spirituality externalized on the journey. Capricorns, you're putting discipline to your strength, to your status, utilizing alchemy, seeing what is useful and unuseful by experimenting with these other uses and things of that nature. Aquarius is you're balancing your ego, your unique associations with the alchemy of the elements of where you pour your water out and your water is mixing and mingling with other energies and things of that nature. And Pisces, you're balancing your earthly abilities and abundance or money or more so with yourself and others. Like path 9. Life path 9 through all astrology signs, Sun, Moon, ascendants. That's 2 cards. Life path 9. Life path 9. Life path 9. Scattered y'all wisdoms and teachings. Where we learning, we got up to alchemy, alchemizing our potentials. Life Path 9. Y'all scattered with these teachings. What y'all up there putting together? You know what I'm saying? The wisdom, the humans, the high school, the scholars, the large groups, the lovers, the caring energy. What? And like I know, y'all ain't using your intuition. Y'all blocked by too much logic. I get y'all teaching, y'all caring about humanity. You gotta use the wisdom, but you got you use too much of this education that's already down here, you guys. Too much, too much. So Aries, you're being compassionate and out seeking of growth through your journey, but you're utilizing too much of the structure. You utilize too much of that Aquarius energy right now. So you need to associate and you need to spread yourself thin and spread yourself thin. Don't be focused on too much in one area. It's time to separate and spread. Tauruses, you are uh 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 uh, uh, uh you're utilizing your morality to the world to show that you can do more or sacrifice for security for a higher up rank in the status for the things that you have. And you're being too logical about it. You gotta go indoors, you gotta go internally. You know what I'm saying? With these nature, with this Aquarian energy is squaring. So you gotta use more of your intuitive gifts and bring balance to both sides. Bring these things into balance. Gemini communicating for the bigger picture, bigger concept. You gotta bring balance and utilize some Libra energy and get on the scale with that. Life path nines and Gemini's, life path nines and Cancer, the larger picture and teachings of your privilege of your home and your comfort. Yeah, you utilize. See, Life Path 8 was using alchemy. Now, y'all need to learn from Life Path 8 because they're doing it. Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant. You're expressing your love, presenting courage to teach, right? But you're not. You're being blocked. Something's blocking you from your innate gifts. You got to trust your intuition. You got to trust yourself during this time. Like I said, these things are tools. These astrology are tools. Like, yeah, there's certain rules and guides to the handbook of this shit, but at the end of the day, you got to go. You got to go within yourself. You're disconnected. Don't be too vain. You gotta come back down. You gotta connect with the people at this point of association. Like, you gotta come to find that middle ground of Virgo's larger service, self-service, and seeing potential. You gotta find middle ground with this misunderstanding. Like, you're trying to serve too much of everyone all at once. Pisces, you gotta break it down to the individual groups and develop your own mind amongst that. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, Life Path 9, Libra, human conscious and laws of experiences to both sides. You got to be on the forefront on the battlefield to know and trust your gut and trust your intuition and connect with people to know what's law, to know what's fair. You got to start with two people. So you got to become simple. You got to get into the simple groups. The same as you, Scorpios, deeper intentions, love, and trust of self-directing. You know of all people to utilize love and trust with small groups, with small circles. So don't be afraid of being looked at as not being collected during this time, because everybody's going through a transformation. Sagittarius, higher perception and acceptance of law. Everybody's going through this transformation of teaching, of learning, of higher wisdoms, of AI coming in here. So get down on that lowest level. Put your boots back on the ground, like Path Nines and Sagittarius, and get your boots off their esoteric nets. I know it's hard, but you gotta do it. Capricorns, grand wisdom of new patching and routes to drowning. Not drowning, just planting new roots and grounding, right? As far as being with the people, I know that's crazy, right? Because you're trying to make your status be too much of a status, trying to take over the Saturnian energy. You gotta bring that feminine aspect. You gotta find you some esoteric meaning about that feminine receptivity energy. Aquarius is grand core values via your hands off being, but you got to come back in. You got to be an example. You got to be on action. You got to be boots on the ground, getting in these clubs, getting in these high school clubs and things of that nature for the universal love. Bring that shit down. Pisces, collective wisdom, sun, moon, and ascendant. You're reacting in responding to your moon sign. You might be receiving these kind of energies or your personal experiences via your ascendant, your collective wisdom via your purposes. This is where you stay, but share your imagination, Sagittarius. Share your imaginations, bring balance, combine those things. Um, life path 9s, life path 11s. You know, inspiring. Oh, you're inspiring others, mirroring others. You have the higher calling, and you have immediate abilities to your spiritual messages and vessels, and calm and dealing with complex, highly charged areas of adversity to go through life path 11s. Wow, the Fool. You're playing too much of the fool. You're being too reckless relating with other individuals. You're being too susceptible, too permeable, too compatible with other individual leaders. You are a leader. You're showing how to lead, not mirroring because you're getting attached. You're getting attached, washed away with the sun associations, Aries, self-reflecting and leadership and spiritual shedding. You're spiritual shedding too much because of a wound that hurt you. When you're still uncomfortable, you're moving through that spiritual path and journey. Taurus is balancing your gifts and security and what you have spiritually, and you're being full and being too reckless and just being frivolous with your values because you want to rebel, Ronald, with your associations because the sun is Aquarius. You think you just fall back into the wind and not be seen. Man, that thing just said, Gemini, hey, don't be too lost on the dark side. Don't be out here too frivolous with your lovers. You know how Geminis can be. Y'all don't know when to settle down for love. So make sure that y'all are settling down for the right people, places, things, and ideas. Because the fool didn't come before judgment. Where did the fool come before? The Fool, Tower, Star, the Moon, the Hangman, Justice, the Hermit. The Fool is the very first. Let me find out. The Fool's the very first tarot card. We should have known, but the Fool's the very first one. Careless, immature, reckless, hesitant, apprehensive. Those are just the negative traits. I mean, that's the reverse traits. Unprepared, careless, immature, reckless. Like, you got to mature the seed because the full moon is coming up. So you got a full quarter of a moon to mature these things and to be prepared. Like, you can't be unprepared and then mirror someone and say, I'm learning from you. No, you're the individual that was here first, or you're hesitant or apprehensive. You gotta step because what? Because the person that you're mirroring has more of a crowd following than you do. You're here to be the individual. Show them not to be counter predicted to these people with Gemini, highly collective conversations, and you got to be ready and be intuitive and you utilize your emotions from here on. In this mutable square, got you all funked out right now. No excuses. Cancer, you are mirroring leadership with the home and family in the building. You're mimicking the vibe check. You are the vessel. You are the spiritual receiving the messenger. You are being calm, but you can't be calm if your emotions are in the uproar or if you're trying to. You don't usually see two crabs fighting in the ocean, clashing their shells, the home against each other. No. So why would you do that here? You got to learn, even though there's some misunderstanding. You have to prepare and bring yourself together. The only way you're gonna get your associations is jumping out there and finding what you're cool with. Virgo, servicing people that are like you. You gotta get out there and service yourself. You gotta be prepared for yourself. You gotta be prepared for um, other individuals with complex, highly charged, being in the message. You might be impatient or apprehensive, of unsure that you don't have your shit together because the energies aren't all the way in Aquarius. You got Mars, you got these trines to Jupiter. You better get your shit together. Or life path 11, you are using your abilities that way. Libra, recovering, receiving your leadership illness. Now you know for them where this is your opposition, but you are supposed to be relating. You are the higher octave 2 energy, so you need to not play all around and get off your ass. And Scorpios, you are calming and healing vessel for spiritual messages. You're mirroring, you give what you receive, and you are giving a shield of what you receive from yourselves and others. Sagittarius, you're teaching others how to mirror the calm, idealistic, and experiences that you're going through, and to attract the wisdoms from individuals that are teaching other teachers that you're learning from the students, assisting them, but so not be pessimistic or being too passive or not being apprehensive or just being foolish because you're the first one on the scene and that's just someone else that looks like competition. Don't make this thing competition. Capricorn, you are being used as a vessel, not for you to try to use someone else as a vessel for your status as leadership because there's Aquarius is right here and it's gonna, you think someone else is gonna uphold your shit? No, you got Mars, you got Venus, you got Mercury about to communicate. You're a stellium. So this is where the collective here is focusing and learning on as life path 11, especially during this time of period. Aquarius is, if you ain't ready to get ready, that's all we can tell you because you're life path 11. This is the reverse fool. What? Or this is the opportunity for you to usher yourself, motivate yourself, generate yourself forward as far as like deassociate yourselves if you got to. You might be apprehensive from leaving your family, Capricorn. Disassociate, you might be apprehensive about making that change. Also, going back to life path 7, y'all might be scared to disassociate with the death and things of that nature, Pisces. This basically makes 4 fish because this is a delusion. You know, this is a hall of mirrors. So get out of that hall of mirrors. Life path 20. Life path 22. I didn't get that far, but life path 22, relating what others looking like a higher octave situation of teaching, expanding, receiving a message from the external collective and being open to receiving with the world, not just relating with an individual, relating to collective polarities that they want to put us in. So what energies are taking place during that? This is off the top of the dome. I don't really have my notes for life path 22. But this is double, the gifted abilities. Like this is a double responsibility of you being here and doing this before or being on that feminine receptive level. You are in the upper echelons and going through the toughest time, but you have the toughest battles because you are the toughest soldiers, especially during this time. So y'all kind of scattered. About 22s. Someone sends bow. Take the blindfold off. Ever take the blindfold off of, being the initiator of relating your vision to others, and just because they're gonna run off with it and share with someone else, you're scared. Like this is associating season. This is disassociating season. This is you being stuck in a rut and not knowing which way to go. You just go in the direction, rebel against this, take the blindfold off, and you might see something that you love, you might see something that you hate, but you're going to express that vision of way being an inventive Taurus. This is your status, your stability, and square in Aquarius. So you gotta take off that blindfold and not be stubborn. Like you can blind yourself in your material on purpose, as far as like, okay, yeah, I've received these messages, I'm relating these messages, but you acting like when someone's questioning that, you have to teach them, you have to question them, you have to understand and relate to them how to question these things. Gemini, you are indecisive just by your indecisiveness, just by relating ideas from other different collectives and responses. But you remember you're receiving, and that person is receiving what you send them out to. They're going to receive something, and they come back and they trust you. This is why it's 22. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, like that 22. This is why it's the home. You're relating your home, relating the vibe, relating where someone else goes out and reproduces and has sex in that 6 energy and anchors it down. The 7 energy, the solstice and being high in the sky, anchoring that energy down. Leos, you are expressing a new way of relating your creativity or receiving or being nurturing to creativity, planting that seed, and others will come back with the flowers, and you are learning from them, from what they learn from others, and so you are extending yourself to like an extended family. And Virgos, you are servicing others through servicing yourself and receiving and working and putting maintenance in and setting up numerous gardens and letting different flowers, servicing. And like path 22, let's go look at it. Let's go look at these right now. And in the meantime, we'll go into go to Libras. Organizers, builders, politicians, entrepreneurs, and working for yourself as far as balancing and bringing balance. This the indecisive card, not knowing which way to go. Take the blindfold off. And how do you even get out of this with disassociating? Um, you gotta disassociate. You gotta take the blindfold off. Yeah, you've disassociated so much that you put the blindfold on your actual mother freaking head, like Pat 22. You can't just check out of this game of this world like this for real, for real. Yeah, you're avoiding or reluctant or uncertain. Like you gotta face, organize, analyze, investigate. You gotta face your fears and organize and dig deeply. There's a balance. Dig deep in what's keeping you stuck in this plane. This is where you really are putting in the work. Scorpios, investigating your deep intuitive abilities as far as being a leader and relating to others outside of yourself and the ideas and where the starting points are from certain teachers. And saying Sagittarius, speaking of teacher, sun, moon, and ascendant like Path 22s, relating to others via your experiences and your wisdoms, and knowing that there are other wisdoms and completely other cultures and different ways of experiencing. Like you can't say you can't fly if another culture is flying, but you don't want to learn. You don't even want to make the mistake of learning. Like, come on here. Capricorn, this is your status, relating your status to others. This is you being insecure, being vulnerable, because it's another new, unique way. You got to stand up and use this Aquarius energy, and you are disassociating too fucking hard. There's rebellious, but there's rebelliousness without a point, like Path 22s, and you got to learn this. And Aquarius is you're disassociating too much, like Path 22s as well, because you're disassociating from your emotions and being relative and coming down to earth and assisting and helping others in that space and that span of time, for real, for real. And Pisces, you're just being indecisive in your own dream and delusion. You know that it's time for you to wake up and come down to reality. You know, you know. And finally, good old life path 33. You know how this environment is. So you got a double dose of this environment. You got a double dose of this environment within this environment. We're just gonna call it spade Aries. Or like Path 33s, helping others in the environment, relating your environment, what you manifesting in your environment to others, as far as how you got there, as far as what needs to be within the environment, and what others are sharing. You generate your own environment, and someone else get lost in their environment. So this is the end to conflict. This is a oh no, this is a conflict avoidance, jealousy, tensions arising. Tensions are rising. The pressure is there, but you aren't saying anything about your environment, Aries. Someone the sense in what you've manifested and expressed it. You've gone off on your independent path and things of this nature because you're very powerful, you're very original, you're very helpful, you're very considerate in considering others, knowing what others are going through as far as manifesting this environment and the things that you can manifest by it. Mistake that you objective point of view, but you might be avoiding conflict. You might be avoiding disassociating or associating yourselves altogether. So this is the opportunity someone's taking towards this. What you have is you are hoarding certain energies or securities or instabilities, and you're starting to blame others and project or reflect on others, and you're so close to this energy, but you're not saying nothing. So you're rejecting this. So don't do that. Life path 33 towards someone in a sense. Um, Gemini's, you were saying you're relating and combating certain ideas and there's certain ideas bouncing around that frictions that you might not want to hear, and you're just gonna talk a good game, over it, or talk around it, talk your way out of it. Like Path 33 is Gemini, someone send it. Now's not the time for that. As far as the Sun and Aquarius, it's time for you to associate your ideas and communicate these what works in certain groups and what doesn't work in certain groups. Are you gonna stay in one or are you gonna get kicked out of it? Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Sins like Path 33s. You know what I'm saying? It's time for you to relate the tensions within the home of your private life and and put that outwardly and make a status about it or something like that, because this tension is building up so much jealous of what you're holding within or what you're defending. So don't be aware of that. Leos, you are expressing on the stage. You're expressing some kind of avoidant personality. You might have your own talent show, but you're avoiding this main stage thing because it might hurt someone's feelings. You're not known for that, but this is the avoidant energy or the tension that is arising that is coming across in that manner. Um, Virgo, you are life path 33, sun, moon, and ascendants. Virgos, you are servicing others in your environment or servicing things within your environment and critiquing things in your environment that are making someone jealous, that they feel like you are looking unappreciative. Like path 33's Virgo, sun, moon, ascendant. So be mindful of that. Uh, Libra, Libras, you are bringing balance to um, you're bringing balance to fights and conflicts. You're trying to be a peacemaker too much. You're trying to be a peacemaker, but that's not your gift for associating. You're trying to bring peace among your associations. But before you even associate, you got to associate yourself first before you try to bring this association. Life path 33, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. You know what I'm saying? Scorpios, your deep intentions is building your walls are going up because you're squaring these energies. You don't have any fixed energies and elements right now, only mutable. So you gotta work with the people. So you're avoiding that in some way, shape, or form. Sagittarius, you're teaching and tensions arising in competition between you and other teachers and things of that nature, like our 30, because it's powerful. This is a wounded ego card and things of that nature. So be aware of your ego. You might be separated from that being a life path 33, but it might be attached to your environment. Capricorns, your status, your reputation, your things that you're using or you're using might be building tensions. It might be miscommunications about how they're being used and things of that nature. So be aware of that. These are energies and the sextile. I'm about to hit 2 hours, so it's kind of slowing me down. This is the longest stream I've ever done. Longest stream. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Like that 33, you might be being avoidant of competition and tensions from you separating. People are expecting things out of you with the Pluto and the Sun here, and then later on down the line, things are gonna be moving around. It's gonna be going direct. So your depositor and Taurus is gonna be hitting you with this square, so you can learn what's being represented. 111 officially 1111 111 hours, and Pisces, life path 33, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. Tensions are arising between your delusions and others, and those things that are clashing with others. So be mindful that your delusions are clashing. Help others with their delusions. The compound number. This is a 6 energy, like a 22 4. 6 plus 6 is 3, and y'all the extra 3 master numbers in that environment. So that was the saying Sun Aquarius life path numbers reading for all zodiac signs. And let me know in the comments below how you felt about, if I felt like I started rushing in. Should I just do 1 6-minute video every now and again for just like Aries life path 1 through 33? Save that and share that and just chop those up to where I have time, or one that I got time tonight, but I gotta go put my son to sleep and things of that nature. He took a long nap, so he's in there with mom, sleep on the couch. She's helping me with that sacrifice. Oh, God, how I love her so freaking much. Thank you for helping me out. I don't want to feel like I'm so, but you know what I'm saying. I'm ranting. I was ranting on that last tidbit in, but thank you guys. Y'all have a good night. It's Moss 808. That's okay. Good night.